Big Tiger. Whatever you call me, man. Just don't call me collect. Look, you back in the building. I want to do this video for clarity, right? For clarity. Um, and like I say, I always call a ball, strike a strike. But we need to talk about this because I see a lot of people doing this video and they've been pumping it out for like the last 2-3 months. Ever since Coach Prime started winning, that winning streak, they started pumping this out about the he dressed up in a dress and all this kind of stuff. And so I looked up. I try to do my research before I just do videos, right? So I went and did my research on this. Do y'all know when this performance was? This was back in 2015. So if this happened way back in 2015, why are we talking about it now? Why we weren't talking about it in 2018, 2016? Why are we bringing this up now? And I feel like people are bringing this up just to try to throw shade at Coach Prime. They looking for something to say. I saw this. I saw a quick little short of Coach Prime being on stage, and I thought about talking about it a few months ago, but I said, nah, I ain't gonna talk about that. What I'm talking about that for, right? But I've noticed, especially when Colorado started losing, like at the end of the season, a lot of people start piling on. They start adding more stuff to it, right? So I'm just looking. I'm looking around. I'm seeing stuff. Then I hear your boy Charleston White. He say something about it. And so for the people that don't know, the saying is around Hollywood is, in order to make money, they want to try to put a man in a dress, right? That's the saying in Hollywood. Like most of the big time actors have wore a dress. Like Will Smith did like a little scene where he was with a man. Wesley Snipes was in a dress. Jim Carrey. Even what's your boy name? Little short comedian, Kevin Hart. He said he'll never do it, and he ended up putting on a dress. And then Kevin Hart became one of the most successful comedians, like in our day and age. The only people I know that haven't wore a dress is Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson. I don't think Bernie Mac wore a dress, and I don't think Steve Harvey ever wore a dress. I don't think, but Steve Harvey do those skits where he talk like the lady from the church. I think where he act like he an old lady. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I watched the show, right? Before I do a video on anything, I'm gonna try to do a lot of research. So I went and watched the show because I want to see, okay, and you can't even see his show. Like to watch Coach Prime's episode, you got to pay for it. You got to sign up to see it. So you can't just go in there and just watch it. You have to sign up, pay your $3 or whatever to see it. So I didn't want to see it that bad. So I didn't pay for that. But I went and looked at some of the other shows, right? And I noticed a theme on all these shows. They normally have a man and a woman going against each other. Sometimes it's two men going against each other, two women going against each other. But most of the time they have a man and a woman going against each other. And for shock value, they try to have a woman doing a man song and a man doing a woman song. So, and to prove my point, they had Mike Tyson on there. Mike Tyson was doing, I forgot, he did the Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper's here. Like, that's Mike Tyson doing Salt and Pepper. So it's kind of funny to see big, strong, scary Mike Tyson doing a female song with the tights on and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, are we saying Mike Tyson did this for money? Because Mike Tyson say he a better man without the money. So Mike Tyson didn't do this to get back on. Mike Tyson did it because they asked him to do it. He thought it would be fun, whatever. He did it, right? But Mike Tyson, he always talk about how money is not always good for you. Money corrupts the soul. So you had Rock, he was on there. He did a song. He didn't dress up, but he did a woman song. He did the song Shake 'Em Off or Shake It Off, whatever, by what's the lady name that talked to Travis Kelce? Taylor Swift. He did Taylor Swift song. So that's another manly man doing a female song. You had the guy that's like the superhero, the Falcon. He did the MC Hammer song. So he did a guy song, but he stripped all the way down to like a little suit where is there like a bodysuit on. Kind of like, if y'all know, familiar with MC Hammer, how he had the pumps and the bumps video, he stripped all the way down like that. And he started off, he was singing the Too Legit song. The Too Legit song, he does not have to take off his clothes. But they had him to strip all the way down like the pumps and the bump to get more hollers and stuff from the ladies. Like, I'm looking at this, and they had a woman to come out there. I can't think of her name, but she started off where she was like a welder or something. So she was dressed up like she was a man, welding something, being all manly. And I think she ended up doing the Genuine song, the Pony song. So they always do this. And I was on the Maury Povich show a long time ago, right? I was asked to go on that, whatever. I did it, right? It was cool. But I saw what was going on behind the scenes. They ask you to do stuff. Like how David Chappelle said, they asked him to wear the dress, and he was like, nah. Then the guy came back in there and said, hey, would you wear the dress? And he was like, nah. Then about 10 minutes later, the guy come back in there again like, hey, would you do this? I mean, it'd be funny. The producer said this. So it's like, you go in there saying, okay, I'm going to do this. But they try to make you do stuff. They try to, and if Coach Prime doing it to put on the show, he just trying to have fun or whatever. Sometimes people say, all right, man, I'll go ahead and do it. I'll just go ahead and do it. I don't think Coach Prime, because when Coach Prime was doing this, he was running his academy then, the A Academy or something like that. He was running that. So he was out of media. He would do his nightcap with the NFL stuff on Sunday nights or whatever, and he would do his predictions. So he was out of the way doing what he loved, working with his kids. So it ain't like he was trying to get a movie role or trying to do something like that. He wasn't trying to get no sponsors for Jackson. He wasn't doing none of that. He was just doing this normal, what he do, and somebody invited him to come on the show, like how all these other people. So, hold on, let's see. Yeah, I was on the Maury show a long time ago. A chick, she had a crush on me. So I had to go in there and do it. And look, I can't even tell y'all, this how it is. I had to sign so much paperwork, I can't even tell y'all all the stuff that goes into the show because they can sue me if I tell y'all. But yeah, I was asked to go on the show. So I did. It was pretty cool too. Like I met like 2 or 3 people. I met a DJ. He was a dancer, a male dancer at the time. But he's a radio host now. Well, he was a radio host for like one of the big stations in Atlanta. So he's doing that now. So every now and then we'll bump into each other in Atlanta, and he a cool dude. So and the woman that I went on the show with, she owns a car lot, Audi car lot. I think it's Audi in Minnesota now. So, you know, I met people. It was cool, you know, learning stuff. But I would notice how they were dealing with other people and what they was telling them to say. It was like, if he said it's not his child, you run and dive on the floor and start like beating the ground and rolling around, like, and the actors or whatever you want to call them, they was on there like, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that, and they was like, yeah, you do this, you do this, and they was doing it. So that wasn't their plan. They was going there to really get a test, but they was like, if the test turns out like this, I want you to do this. If it turns out like this, I want you to do that. So, because they wanted to make it more exciting for the fans. They want the crowd to look at it and get some kind of thrill. And when you get a manly man to do some woman stuff, or if you get a woman to do some man stuff, the crowd, especially young people, they get a real big kick out of that because it's funny to them. It catch them off guard or whatever. So I think that's the reason why he did that. I don't think some people thought he done sold his soul to the devil or to the Illuminati, and he just so money hungry he'll do anything to get into the in crowd. Like, I don't believe none of that. I think he went on there to do the show. I kind of wish he would have did the MC Hammer, Too Legit to Quit, because him and Hammer, he was actually on the video with Hammer. That would have been cool. And if Hammer would have came out, that would have been cool, because I seen one dude, I can't think of the dude's name, man. He did Beyonce, and Beyonce came out on the show. He was doing this little thing, and she came out. And it was funny because y'all know how Beyonce had the hair blowing and the wind be blowing the hair. The dude, I think his name is Taylor. I think his name is Taylor something. the guy that did those movies where he was like a male dancer. I don't know the name of the movie. Jack or something. I can't think. Y'all, I'm sick, y'all. So I'm trying to fight through this. That's why I ain't been popping out in the video, because I'm sick. But I wanted to do this because I see a lot of people trying to use just to slander the man. And a lot of these people ain't never would have really been in these situations. So sometimes you just do stuff to get along. Like, okay, they try to put you in a little tight, like time frame. Like, hey, come on, we gotta hurry up and do this. And what you gonna do? Come on, it'll be really funny if you do this. And you're like, yeah, man, come on, let's go. Like, and I did a contest like this one time when I was in high school. It was my freshman year in high school, and they asked us, did we want to be in the contest? And we had to all dress up like girls or whatever. And you know, we didn't think nothing of it. They asked us to do it. This was around about the time when In Living Color was out, and what's your boy Jamie Foxx? He was doing what Jamie Foxx character name was? I know Martin character was Shanae. I can't think of what Jamie Foxx character name was. But so we were trying to just dress up like Shanae and whoever Jamie Foxx character was. And we went out there on stage and we did it. I remember I ended up winning, right? Because I had like a 6-pack. So when I did my junk, I pulled up my shirt and I showed my 6-pack or whatever. But it was a senior. He really wanted to win, and he got mad. He ran off the stage, and we was all looking like, damn, he mad for real? So I was just a young, big kid, so all the girls was going crazy because they was like, damn, that 9th grader, he big. And then I was dressed like a girl. I had all the tissue in here, and I don't know if I had on no high heels. I think I would have bust my butt. But I think I had like some bubble gum in my mouth, and I think I was swinging a purse around or something. So, and my legs, I got like real big legs. So I had this little skirt on, but you could see all the muscles in my legs. So the girls, they was going crazy because they was like, dang, this little 9th grader, he fine. Well, he can get it. So that's why I won, but the other dude got mad. So when I look back on that, it's like we did it out of fun. I ain't do that to sign up for the Illuminati. I wasn't thinking about doing that. The next year when they did it, I ain't do it. I was like, look, y'all can have it. I just did it because they was like, look, it'll be fun if y'all do it. Boom, boom, boom. We did it. And I think that's how Coach Prime looked at it. Like, okay, we'll do it. It's over with. Oh, yeah, Wanda. Yeah, that was Jamie Foxx's name. Yeah, man, Prime put on the dress for the lip SNL or lip sync. Lip sync. And like on lip sync, you go on the show and you sang somebody else's song. So they know you singing somebody kind of like karaoke almost, but they got the words and everything. You just up there put on the performance and you acting like you singing, but you really ain't singing. And they have you like dancers and stuff behind there. And so it make it seem like you the star. But it's just a funny little show. And they always try to get actors like I say, Kevin Hart did it. Rock Johnson did it. Whole bunch of people did it, man. No, you saying delete this. The reason why I'm putting it out here because it's so many people putting this out. And I'm looking at their message, how they trying to say it. They trying to slander Coach Prime. They trying to do it in a way where they slandering him. And they ain't looking at it as, a lot of people just do this just to do it because people ask you to do it. This ain't, This ain't like this is what him and Michael Irvin was doing on their spare time. This is just people they try to twist your hand to do it. And that's why I brought the David Chappelle stuff, because they keep asking you to do it. They keep asking you to do it. And because they already got when they doing these shows, they already got an image in their mind what they want to happen. So they going to always try to make you do what they think is going to get the most views or attention or whatever. So, like I say, I could have did this video 2 months ago, but I ain't want to do it until I saw so many people trying to use it as ammunition against the man. I'm like, a lot of people don't really know how this stuff go down until you actually get in a situation. And yeah, you can say no, you can walk off, but if you do that, you miss that moment. And if you're an entertainer, like, and that's one thing about Coach Prime, he's always been an entertainer. He's always been an entertainer. But I got another video coming about Coach Prime, something he did that a lot of people don't talk about. I noticed all these people, nobody ain't talking about this right here. Something he did that was like monstrous. Well, I ain't gonna say monstrous. It was a nice gesture to somebody that sacrificed a lot for us. And he almost got fined and a lot of stuff for this. And he stood by it. He stood by it. So Coach Prime did a lot of things where he's a stand-up guy. And I think that's why Cam Newton and Charleston White was kind of getting into it a little bit, because when people were trying to throw Cam away, Coach Prime used to always big up Cam Newton. He had a little song for him and everything. And so Cam Newton kind of looked up to Prime like, man, you was one of the people that supported me. When everybody else doubted me, you always supported me. So I appreciate you for that. And I'm going to always hold you down because you held me down. And when Charleston White was just trying to say all that stuff about Prime, I feel like Cam felt like he had to, look out for Unc. Like, hey, man, this dude, he took me up under his wing and supported me when everybody else was trying to call me trash. So I don't like it when people try to pile on somebody when you don't know the whole story. We don't know how he got into that situation. And when you're doing stuff in Hollywood at these parties and stuff, granted, Coach Prime said he ain't never did drugs and he ain't never did this. He don't drink, he don't cuss and all this stuff. But so you got to have a certain level of like I don't give a damn like about other people's opinion to always be able to stand on what you feel and not let nobody press you to do something. But when the show business, it's not like you finna do something that your parents will be ashamed of you for doing, or you finna hurt somebody or whatever, or you finna put some drugs in your system. You just finna go ahead and do a little 5-minute skit and it's over with. That's how some people look at it. Yeah, but that's what I got, y'all. And yeah, when I did that, man, I remember I was a 9th grader in high school, and I remember another dude, and this dude is in prison now. Now this dude doing 25, and for fighting and shooting somebody, like this dude straight up, you don't want to bump into this guy. But he was trying to get into the show. He was in the 8th grade. I remember he act like he was going to our school so he could dress up. Cause he was like, well, I'm gonna be dressed up. They won't know who I am because they can't see my face or whatever. But they caught on that he wasn't supposed to be at the school, and they started chasing him. I remember he was running through the parking lot. Okay. So this was like a big thing. Like everybody wanted to be in it because he was like something that was hype. It wasn't no, I'm talking about my situation. It wasn't no, well, we was trying to be drag queens or nothing. It was just something, because we knew all the girls was going to be there, and the girls don't see you. Now you get to be up there flexing in front of the girls. The girls trying to take pictures. The girls grabbing on you and all, touching on you and stuff. So we were doing it for the girls. We weren't thinking about no dudes. We thinking about, man, you know how much hype we finna get out there? Everybody in school gonna know me after this. So that's why we did it. We were doing it for fun. Man, so I had 4 older sisters. I stayed wearing dresses. Yeah, when you around that kind of stuff, man, you know, you gonna pick up on certain things, but once you get to a certain age, you kind of know, like, okay, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that, and you know that's how it is. I see a lot of little kids that put on their mama shoes and stuff like that. I see little girls put on their daddy shoes. So it is part of it, man. But yeah, I think Coach Prime was just doing that to get a laugh out of it. The same reason why Terry Crews did. Like Terry Crews, he married with a family, all that kind of stuff. He was on there. He did this. What's that thing he did on that movie, White Girls or something, with the white chicks. He did the same song he did on that movie, White Chicks. He did it on the show, and he had his shirt off and twirling around some things and all this stuff, and the crowd was going crazy. The crowd was going crazy. When Beyonce came out with the other dude, the crowd was going crazy. So it's working. It gets a reaction from the crowd. So that's all I'm trying to say, y'all. I'm gonna keep this video short, and I'm gonna jump on a little later. We got a lot of recruiting news to talk about. I'm excited about the linemen. I can see a problem that might occur with these linemen we bringing in. I can already see a problem starting to happen. So we're gonna talk about that a little later. But I'm finna end this right now. I got some more notes to do and all this stuff, and I'll jump on. I'm gonna try to get up with DJ, and we're gonna jump on a little later. So appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all later.